Everybody, welcome to today's podcast. This is Ferdnand Foundation YouTube channel, and it's a delight to have you here. Today, as we pivot, we're going to be interviewing the very delightable Dr. Ben Ujoatuonu. He's a seasoned insurance and risk management expert, and he is also the President General of Obizi Home and Abroad Union. It's a delight to have him today, and we're going to be hearing him live. So stay glued as we get into this podcast.
Good afternoon.
Good to have you here, sir. Okay, so could you just do a short introduction of yourself? Tell us about your journey to becoming the President General of Obizi Home and Abroad Union. What's been the journey for you like?
Thank you very much. It's been an experience worth the while.
Okay.
It gives you a broader perspective of the expectation, the desire and aspirations of the people.
Okay.
Most importantly, the cooperation we get from the people as working together to achieve the collective goal.
Oh, great. Thank you very much. Thank you, sir. So if I may ask, what inspired you to take on this role? What was the inspiration, and what is your primary responsibility in taking this role?
Well, I think by the grace of God, I've had a successful career as an insurance practitioner.
Yes.
Having attained the position of the managing director of an insurance company in Nigeria, one of the highly upwardly moving insurance company. And I think that you get a point in time in life, you have to offer yourself, your life for the service of people, especially your community. And this is my motivation to see how my experience will impact on my people and my community. That's the thing.
Wow, amazing. And of course, that was going through your profile. I could tell that you are a man of, timber and caliber. You've got some accomplishments, behind your name, and that's really incredible. So, as the President General, what's been your highlight? What's been the highlight of your tenure so far? Can you share with us? What are some of the things that you've been able to do so far?
Yeah, for us, our focus is more on infrastructural development and human capacity development.
Okay.
And that is also one of the major reasons why I'm so fascinated with what Ferdnand Foundation is doing, because it is in line with our vision in terms of human capacity development and empowering our people.
Okay.
On infrastructural development, we are working with some government agencies to look at upliftment of various facilities we have in our communities, like our schools and health centers and all other facilities around us, and also looking at improving on other environment that what Ferdnand Foundation is doing is one of the major areas of our interest, to ensure that our young people who are very intelligent are not deterred from reaching their utmost goal in life because of resources.
Yeah.
And through the Obizi Youth Association, there is also a model of scholarship that is running, which was approved by our administration. And this is also coming as an added on to what is going on. So a lot is going on within the community during this period.
I agree with you, sir. I agree with you, and I think that your tenure is on the impact highway, if I'm to use that word, and I'm sure that a lot more will come from your table. Well done, sir. Okay. Okay, so you've been vocal about clarion call to the sons of and daughters of Obizi to support the community. So my question now is, what specific challenges or opportunities are you addressing with the call to action? So you are big on calling the sons and daughters to come home, to get involved in the community and all. My question is, what specific challenges and opportunities are you addressing with this call?
It's simple. When we started, one of our key driving mantra was that we want to ensure that every vibrant, intelligent, young Obizi child is not deprived of education because of resources. And one area we are looking at is to have a kind of fund that will enable, have to call it indigent or those not too affluent to access and actualize their potential. So this is an area we'll call on all sons and daughters of Obizi, both those living in Nigeria and diaspora, to come to our assistance, because collectively we will be able to achieve this. Individually, a lot of us are doing individually, but there is a limit to what you can do as an individual.
Exactly.
But when we aggregate all our individual efforts together, it will make a very high, meaningful impact in the life of the people. So that is the area we want. And we are using this medium to thank Ferdnand Foundation and also call on other well-meaning Obizi sons and daughters to join the trail and ensure that we achieve this aim.
Yes, thank you very much. That's a very significant one, because all fingers are not equal, right? So everybody in their different fields are doing something. So when we come together, and what adage says, right? So when we bring our forces and strengths together, progress becomes multiplied. And I hope that the sons and daughters of Obizi will respond to this clarion call. Okay, so the next question will be, how do you envision the future of Obizi with increased participation from its diaspora and local community members? So by the time everybody listens to this clarion call that you're making and responds to it, what vision, what future, what would the future look like?
I can tell you, Obizi is next to London.
Come on. Yeah, okay.
You know, and what it will translate to is that we will achieve the milestone and that which you have desired, and even surpass it. And Obizi will be the envy of various communities around us. And what it will simply mean is that we will continue to be in the forefront in setting the pace that we are known for.
Okay, so I believe you. I believe you. And I hope that happens pretty soon. So let's talk about the collaboration with Ferdnand Foundation International. So could you describe your experience working with the Ferdnand Foundation? What initiatives have you collaborated on, and what impact have they had on Obizi community?
Yeah, Ferdnand Foundation, I think this is the first loud and open program they are coming up with in Obizi. And when Dr. Ferdnand Ujoatuonu called me on this, I was so elated. And working in line with our vision, I assured him that in my capacity as the President General of Obizi and the entire Obizi community, we give him the all needed support and collaboration to achieve this aim, because that is what we stand for. And this is the starting point. We are determined to work with him and go all the way to ensure that we achieve the maximum results.
Okay.
And my belief is that this is coming like a mustard seed, and it is going to grow and accommodate so many. Okay. So we are very happy and we are delighted, and I'm saying it loud and clear here that we will work very seriously with Ferdnand Foundation to ensure that this succeeds.
Thank you very much. Thank you. So I'm just going to be on that question just a little more. Can you pinpoint some of the projects that you've collaborated with Ferdnand Foundation in carrying out? Like, what are the clear projects on ground?
Yeah, now they're taking up awards for the best first taught child in the school and the teachers and all the rest, giving them award, encouraging them and providing some facilities for them to ensure they continue their education. Okay. They are also looking at indigent, the widows and orphans and less privileged people within the community, where they are going to provide a support to for their empowerment, yes, and welfare. They are also talking about boreholes and all the rest of them within the communities, and these are all wonderful initiatives that will improve the welfare and life of people around. Okay. So we are very much in tune and happy to ensure that the thing succeeds.
All right. Thank you very much, sir. Do you think that partnership is really important? Because sometimes people be like, oh, I just want to do my thing. You know, I just want to be a loner and play a loner game. So do you think that partnership is important? And especially partnership like this in achieving your community development goals?
Well, no one is an island. You cannot achieve, you can only achieve very little as an individual. True. But when we collaborate as partners, we will do much more. Yeah. The capacity will be enhanced, and what we can achieve, you never imagine it. So the partnership for me is something that is going to work. I am looking forward to having more partnerships in different perspectives. Ferdnand Foundation is coming from this perspective. I'm looking forward to having more partnership from Obizi sons and daughters from other direction. And with that, we will achieve much more than we imagine.
Yes, I think I like what you said about no man is an island, right? So we need everybody. So partnership is very key for community development. That's what you're saying, sir.
Exactly.
All right. Okay, so I'll get to the next question. And this time I want us to look at some of the challenges and also solutions to those challenges. So my question would be, what are some of the biggest challenges facing Obizi today? And how are you addressing them as the President General?
Well, of course, Obizi is a subsector of the Nigerian population and economy. And the impact of what we're having in Nigeria is also rubbing off on Obizi. True. You have high level of unemployment of our youths. We have out of youths that are not engaged at all. And that is, for me, it is something that is highly disturbing. When I see highly productive youths, not being engaged, is a very serious challenge for me. And is a national issue. Obizi is not isolated, but we are also looking at areas how we can create clusters of things that can engage our youth in terms of skill development, skill acquisitions, and engagement, so that they will also be productive and earn living from such things. So that is one critical area that is giving me, as President General of Obizi, very serious concern. How do we get our youths? Yes, some of us are trying on individual basis, trying to find one or two places you can fix, but you know, it will look as if it's not making any impact. But when we have a well thought out program that will now engage our youth in skill acquisition and engagement, a lot of them will be involved. And I think it will also reduce the issue of youth involvement in crimes around the environment. So those are the things.
You were very particular with unemployment, and I think I agree with you because it is a pandemic that is ravaging our country right now. And if Obizi is one of the communities in Nigeria, then it will have a fair share. And I hope that as organizations like Ferdnand Foundation keep rising, we can see how to support our community members, especially those who are willing to work, because it's more painful when you see a youth who has all the strength, the vigor, they are willing to work, but there's no work to do. So it can be more challenging. Okay, so the next question will be, are there specific policies or programs you've implemented to tackle some of these challenges? For instance, the unemployment thing. I know you already mentioned that you try to engage some of them, but you can't do, of course, you can't get across to everybody, but that there are other policies and programs in the past that you've put in place to address these challenges.
Yes, we are looking at also collaboration. One area is to look at collaboration with, we'll have one of our sons who is also involved in the issue of drug prevention and crime prevention issues. And we are collaborating to engage our youths, train them, one, to sensitize them on the dangers of involvement in drugs and crimes and how to get out of the way from in that direction. The second aspect is that also have Obizi and some other places, because we have some access to some land and water waste in our environment that we yield and give them opportunity. We have had some engagement on that and want them to put themselves together. We will initiate and bring facilitators who will put them through on all this and possibly make available seed capital for those who will be willing to get into that.
Oh, wow. That's really a huge one. That's a huge one. Okay, well done, sir. All right, so let's look at some personal insights and, just do a little reflection. So you've been in this position. So how long have you been in this position, the President General position?
Less than 2 years now.
Oh, wow. That's a lot that has happened in less than 2 years. Okay, so what have been the most rewarding aspects of your role as the President General? Have you had any aha moments in the leadership, journey?
Well, I think for me is the fact that your people appreciate the effort you make and trying to solve the problem and resolve the challenges facing them and the community.
Okay.
Because my idea is that this is service. It is not a position to begin to gather encomiums and all the rest of them, but it is a position to see that the pains and the sufferings of my people are alleviated.
Yeah.
Every day I see my people with one need or the other, but I'm happy that the position has given me opportunity for people to even have more access to me because I'm an open person, and I see the needs and challenges of the pains and challenges of my people much more now and better than as an individual in the past.
Okay. And
the fact that I have the privilege of touching these people and put smiles on their face, that is what is the high point of everything for me.
Oh, wow. Incredible, I must say, because leadership is service, like you said, and I love it when you said that your high moment has been ability to connect with the people much more in the leadership position than just as a regular community member. And I think that speaks a lot about your leadership style. Well done, sir. Well done. Okay, so now can you share a memorable story or moment that encapsulates your experience leading the Obizi Home and Abroad Union? Is there a particular memorable experience that you would want to share?
The thing is that the fact that my people, the whole of Obizi people, unanimously, when I said I'll be willing and interested to lead Obizi, the level of support and encouragement I got from my people was unassuming. I didn't expect it, so to say. But one thing is that it gave me that encouragement that I really need to put in my best to serve the people of Obizi. So the fact that my people had that trust and confidence in me is the greatest thing for me, and that's the greatest asset I can tell you I have today. The trust of the people on me.
Yes. And speaking about trust, you can't even buy it. You can't manipulate it. It can only be earned.
Exactly.
So it means that they were looking out for you. They were observing you. They already had an experience with you prior to when you volunteered to lead or came into the leadership position, which made them to voluntarily say, yes, we're going to follow you. I admire that character. I admire that virtue, sir. Okay, so let's look at the future. Let's look at the future plans and vision. So looking ahead, what are your priorities and goals in the near future for your people?
Well, I am looking at, like I said earlier on, issues of youth empowerment. We're looking at ensuring that our youths who are willing are going to acquire one level of skill or the other.
Okay.
That will enable them be useful to themselves. We'll also look at some of our infrastructure. Some are already ongoing. A lot of nitty-gritty jobs are being done, and very shortly we'll begin to see the manifestations of all of those things. And in the near future, starting afresh, you have to building the foundation is quite important. If nothing is happening, but when the foundation is fully established, the structure coming on it, within a short time, you begin to see them rising up. So that's the situation. So that's the issue. We believe that in the very near future, all of these things will begin to yield the desired fruit.
Okay. Thank you, Doctor. Thank you very much on that response. So I would also like to know, how do you see the role of the Obizi Home and Abroad Union evolving in the coming years? Do you think it is something that an adjustment to be made, or is it something that maybe one person can just come up and lead? Or do you think that the role will need to have some adjustments as the year goes by?
Obizi people are very dynamic people, very educated people, very intelligent people, very cooperative and loving people, and democratic people. So I can tell you that Obizi Home and Abroad Union will continue to evolve, and a very robust structure that will ensure sustainability is there and will continue to maintain it. So Obizi is above a situation one man will dictate for Obizi. No. We'll have a college of intelligent and naturally endowed people, financially and otherwise. So it's a collective thing that will bring the progress and success of Obizi. And that is why other communities are envious of the progress we make in Obizi.
Even as you are talking, anybody that is not from Obizi will start asking God, why? Why am I not from Obizi? Because you've talked about how the community members are endowed, naturally endowed, intelligent, blessed. I'm like, God, where am I from? Why am I not from Obizi?
So you better come and marry to Obizi man.
Unfortunately, I'm already married. Anyway, I'll try and see if any of my daughters will get married to an Obizi man. There has to be a way I get into that lineage.
That would be good.
All right, so we're gradually coming to the end of this podcast, and I'm going to ask you a few more questions. I will call it a wrap. It's been a beautiful conversation with you, Dr. Ben. Thank you so much so far. So the next question that I will ask you is this. What advice would you give to young leaders who aspire to make a difference in their communities? Now, this time, I mean, not just community members of Obizi, but young people generally who want to just genuinely make contributions, you know, just like any other well-meaning citizen.
For me, is to make himself available for service. Like I said, there should come a time in a person's life, you don't live for yourself, you have to live for your people.
Yeah.
And this life is about you make a living by what you earn, but you make a life by what you give.
Wow.
You know, so you have to give yourself, give your time, give your talent to your people to make the life of your people worthwhile. Yeah. So I will encourage every young person to offer yourself for service, for community development, for improvement in the life of people. And that is the only legacy that we can leave that will be enduring.
That's right. Okay, thank you very much. What inspires and motivates you to continue your work for the betterment of Obizi? You are an accomplished man. So even if you don't work for Obizi or lead Obizi, you're already accomplished. So, but what's the inspiration behind what you do?
Well, it's for me to see that my people are happy. Find solution to the problem of especially the less privileged among us, you know, to ensure that everybody has equal opportunity, especially in exploring the God-given potential, because at the end of the day, Obizi will be better for it.
Okay, amazing. Thank you. So is there any, how can those that are interested in supporting Obizi get involved or contribute to your efforts, to what you're already doing? Is there an avenue, is there a provision for people to say, okay, I want to be a part of what you're doing?
Yes, they can contact us. My phone number is there 00334493336. Presently, we are working on setting our website, getting it live, running, so that people can interact with us via our website, which will shortly come up. But in the meantime, my phone number is there. They can reach me, whether directly or via WhatsApp. Like Ferdnand Ujoatuonu called me when he was trying to come up with this, and we had a Zoom meeting like this, had discussions and all the rest of them. And I was elated. So I expect so many more Obizi sons and daughters, both at home and in diaspora, to also come up with different ideas. We are open to any level of collaboration that will bring progress and a success for Obizi and Obizi people. We will collaborate with such people.
Wow. You know, what you just said, again, reinforced the kind of leader that you are. Look at how you just said, I'm accessible. And you even gave out your phone number in a world where people will tell you, talk to my PA. In fact, talk to the PA of my PA. That is really incredible. Thank you so much. And I really hope that a lot of other well-meaning community members will be able to reach out and bring on board whatever projects and service that they can render to, you know, improve the lives of people. The last question that I'm going to ask you is there anything else that you would like our listeners to know? about Obizi, or your role as the President General? Is there anything that's maybe we've not captured in this entire podcast session?
Obizi is a very accommodating people. Obizi next to London.
Come on. I like that.
You are missing out. So, and we have very rich and diverse culture. So I will invite those who have not experienced Obizi. Come December, from 24th, 25th, 26th, you have a lot of programs, Obizi Day, various villages, functions, Amudi Ikoro, and a lot of activities that go on in Obizi. Very inspiring. You come and be part of it, and you enjoy it. And Obizi people are very hospitable. You'll be amazed in what you are going to see.
Now I'm thinking about attending. Will I be welcomed?
You are highly welcome.
All right. It's been an amazing time with you, Dr. Ben. Thank you so much for your time. Thank you for making all this time with all your busy schedules. Thank you so much. God bless you, sir. Do enjoy the rest of your day.
And you too.
All right, sir. Bye. Thank you, everyone, for joining me on this wonderful session with Dr. Ben. It was an incredible podcast session with him, and he's been able to share and take us through Obizi and everything in between. And if you are listening to me, I want to invite you on the 24th of July to join us in Obizi community for an incredible moment as we celebrate what Ferdnand Foundation has got to offer. See you there. Like this video, subscribe, drop a comment, because much more will be coming your way via this channel. We're going to be having again Dr. Ferdnand himself on this show, and he's going to be sharing so much insight as to what Ferdnand Foundation International is all about. So you don't want to miss any session of the podcast. Subscribe, stay glued. See you.